$5,000. Gone. In 1 year, from one tiny 2026 money move that feels responsible until your bank statement exposes it. By the end of this, you will know the exact money mistakes to stop, the quick checks to run, and the simple swaps that keep your interest, taxes, and retirement matches from bleeding out. And stay with this, because what comes up around the 823 mark is where most people accidentally hand the government and their credit card company extra money for no reason. This is about your money mistakes 2026 and how they are quietly draining your wealth while you think you are making progress. Welcome to Cash Flow Decoded, where we expose the money traps nobody warns you about until it is too late. But before the fixes, you need to see how bad this gets, because the most expensive mistakes look like smart financial New Year's resolutions. 2026. Meet Lauren, a 36-year-old respiratory therapist in Arizona. January hits, and she makes 3 moves that sound mature. She starts a strict no-buy month, she picks a debt payoff method she saw on social media, and she changes her tax withholding so she can get a bigger paycheck now. Lauren is not reckless. She is tired. She wants control. Most people have no idea this is happening to them right now. But the new year is when banks, subscriptions, and payroll systems quietly profit from your motivation. Here is the ugly backdrop. Bankrate found 74% of Americans have a financial regret. The top regrets are not saving for retirement early enough and taking on too much credit card debt. Not saving early enough sits at 22%, and too much credit card debt is 15%. That regret is not just emotional. It is math that shows up as lost compounding, wasted interest, and missed employer matches. And it gets worse, because 43% of adults with financial regrets made no progress in the past 12 months. That means you can feel motivated in January and still end the year in the same spot, except older, with higher prices and less time. Lauren carries a credit card balance that hovers near the national average, $6,371. At an average interest rate of 20.13% APR, carrying a balance while paying minimums can take over 18 years and add thousands in interest. That one number is why your New Year energy can turn into a long, slow financial leak. So when Lauren decides her first goal is debt payoff, it sounds correct. But her first mistake is choosing the wrong method for her situation, and it is one of the quietest money mistakes 2026. Here is the trap. The debt snowball gives fast emotional wins by paying the smallest balance first. The debt avalanche targets the highest interest first to minimize total interest. Both can work, but picking the wrong one when your rates are brutal can cost you thousands. Lauren chooses snowball because she wants momentum. She knocks out a small store card, feels unstoppable, then keeps a larger card with a high rate sitting there. That high rate keeps charging daily interest. The win she feels is real, but the interest meter never stops. But here is what nobody tells you about your money mistakes, 2026. If your top card is near 20.13% APR, every month you delay attacking it is a month you volunteer for extra interest. Most people have no idea this is happening to them right now because minimum payments hide the timeline. Over 18 years is not a figure of speech. It is a life chapter. Now, mistake 2. The no-buy challenge done wrong. Lauren goes all in on a no-buy 2026 plan. She cancels fun, skips small treats, and tells herself she is building discipline. Then, the rebound hits. The rebound looks like this. One stressful shift, one bad day, one targeted sale, and suddenly she earns a splurge. Clarify Capital found 1 in 8 Americans have wasted $5,000 or more in a single day on impulse purchases. One day. That is not about character. That is about friction disappearing at the worst moment. Subscriptions make it nastier. When you do a strict no-buy, you often ignore the tiny auto charges because you are focused on not shopping. Meanwhile, streaming, delivery memberships, app trials, and annual renewals keep draining your account. Then overdraft fees, late fees, and oops interest stack on top. The no-buy month becomes a no-awareness month. But here is the part nobody talks about. Some of the worst overspending is triggered by rewards. Points, cashback, and limited offers create a story that you are saving while you spend. If your card balance is already accruing around 20.13% APR, rewards are not a perk. They are bait that can never outrun the interest. Meet Marcus, a 42-year-old project manager in Ohio. Marcus is the opposite of Lauren. He loves spreadsheets. He chooses Avalanche. He also thinks he is winning because he opened a zero-interest balance transfer card for the new year. Most people have no idea this is happening to them right now, but zero-interest offers are often a timing trap. If you miss one payment or if the promo ends before the balance is gone, the rate can snap back and the remaining balance starts bleeding interest again. Marcus feels safe, so he stops paying aggressively. He pays the minimum and tells himself he will catch up later. Then tax season shows up and punches both Lauren and Marcus in the face because mistake 3 is tax withholding and W4 errors. Lauren changed withholding to get a bigger paycheck. Marcus changed withholding because a friend told him a refund means the government took too much. Here is the truth. A refund is not a prize, and owing is not a failure. The goal is accuracy. When you chase a bigger paycheck without a plan, you risk under-withholding. That can lead to a painful bill, and in some cases, underpayment penalties. The shock is worse in a new year because payroll updates, benefit elections, and overtime can change your taxable picture fast. Now, mistake 4 is the credit card pitfall that ties it all together. Carrying balances into the new year while telling yourself you are managing it. Bankrate says most Americans carry credit card balances paying high interest like 20.13%, while the smart option is avoiding balances entirely to eliminate extra interest costs. If you carry a balance, utilization can spike your credit score down, which can raise future borrowing costs. So the card hurts you now and later. Drop a comment right now if this has happened to you. A no-buy rebound, a surprise tax bill, or a balance transfer that turned into a mess. And that is when everything changed. If this is making sense so far, hit the like button. It helps more than you know. Watch this next part carefully. This is the part most people miss. Start with the triage order for 2026. 1. Stop high-interest bleeding. 2. Capture free employer match. 3. Stabilize taxes and cash flow. 4. Build a small emergency buffer so you stop using cards as emergencies. First, debt payoff method. If you have a card near 20.13% APR, run Avalanche on that rate first, unless your smallest balance is causing late fees or mental overload. The goal is to remove the most expensive interest clock. Set auto pay for at least the minimum on every card, then throw every extra dollar at the highest rate. That single shift can shave years off the over 18-year minimum payment nightmare. Second, fix the no-buy plan so it cannot backfire. Replace no-buy with planned buy. Create a short approved list for the month. Groceries, gas, prescriptions, and one small fun line item that you decide in advance. Then cancel subscriptions with a 1-week audit. Most people have no idea this is happening to them right now, but subscription creep is the silent budget killer because it feels small while it repeats. Third, stop treating retirement investing as optional while you pay off debt. Katu, citing Anthony O'Neill, warns against pausing investing into retirement while paying off debt because it compounds the regret of not saving early. Remember that top regret at 22%, not saving for retirement early enough. If your employer offers a match, contribute enough to get the full match while you attack high-interest debt. Missing that match is skipping free money. But what they discovered next changed everything. Fourth, fix withholding with a simple checkpoint. After your first full paycheck in the new year, compare take-home pay to last year. Then estimate whether your withholding matches your expected income. If you had a side hustle, overtime, or a spouse changed jobs, update your W-4 early. The goal is to avoid the surprise bill that forces you back onto credit cards. Fifth, add a micro-emergency fund, even while paying debt. A small buffer blocks the next impulse swipe. Bankrate shows 13% regret not saving enough for emergency expenses. That regret is falling, but it still hits hard because emergencies do not wait for your payoff plan. Now here is what this means for your money. Go back to Lauren in Arizona. She stops the strict no buy and switches to planned buy. She cancels forgotten subscriptions and redirects that monthly cash to her highest rate card. She keeps retirement contributions up to the employer match, so she stops missing free money. She updates withholding after the first pay cycle, so April does not ambush her. Within months, Lauren is no longer watching her balance hover. She is watching it fall. She avoids late fees from the rebound months, and she stops adding new interest charges by paying more than the minimum. Over a year, that combination can keep thousands from evaporating into interest and missed match dollars, the same $5,000 leak that started this story. Marcus in Ohio learns the other lesson. He uses the zero interest period like a deadline, not a vacation. He sets auto pay above the minimum, tracks the promo end date, and refuses new charges on the transfer card. He also checks utilization and keeps his credit from getting crushed at the worst time. This is why money mistakes 2026 are so dangerous. They hide behind motivation. They look like discipline. They sound like adulting. But the numbers do not care about intentions. Clarify. Capital says Americans estimate their net worth would be $40,000 higher if they had avoided their biggest financial mistake, and 1 in 3 believe it would be $100,000 higher. That is not fantasy. That is the compounding effect of avoiding high-interest debt, avoiding impulse blow-ups, and staying invested early. So remember, your money mistakes, 2026, are the silent killer of retirement wealth and monthly cash flow. Attack high interest first, keep the employer match, plan your spending so it cannot rebound, and fix withholding early so taxes do not force new debt. Check your credit card, APR, your subscription list, and your W-4 before the sun sets tonight. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this before they lose another dollar. Drop a comment with the money topic you want us to expose next. Hit the like button if this opened your eyes, and subscribe to Cash Flow Decoded for more secrets that protect your wealth. Next week, we uncover another financial trap most Americans fall into.